So here we are going to get into support and resistance and how to identify support and resistance on your chart. Okay. So support is really just an area on the chart where the price of an asset just stops falling. Another word for support is the floor. It's just the floor of where the market stopped falling. Resistance is where an area where the market stopped climbing. Okay, and that's just it. Very simple. Okay, I'm going to show you how to simply find support and resistance. All right, so what do I mean by that? Find my horizontal line, and I will show you all my support levels, which is not all, but I'm going to show you a few of them. All of my support levels where the market came down, okay, and the market stopped. All right, so here would be my support because the market is touching the floor here. The market is touching the floor. I'll show you another area of support. And the way I'm able to identify support is because I can see that multiple candlesticks are stopping in the same area. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3 touches here. I have 4 and 5, but I'm not going to use those. I'm just looking where the market stopped, wicked out, or stopped. Candlestick just stopped completely. So those right there are 2 support levels, also known as the floor. If you hear traders talk and you say, hey, it hit the floor, that's what they mean by it. Okay. Now, I will go ahead and show you where your resistance levels are, also known as the ceiling. I see that the market pushed up from this floor, hit the ceiling here, okay? And we'll just make the ceiling. So see where the market hit the ceiling. As the market came back down, it pushed, here. As the market came down, it pushed up to make another ceiling. Okay, so let's make another line. I'm trying here. There we go. Make another line here. Ceiling. There's another ceiling here, like around that area. But what you will also notice is that support and resistance also can come and become one. Because you see over here is a floor, but it's also the ceiling over here. All right, so let's dive into that so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about with that. As you can see in this area, the market is a ceiling here, okay? A ceiling there. Work with me over here. Okay, I was trying to make that a little bit to where you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, that's fine. All right, so it's a ceiling there, but also notice that there's a floor here, okay? It's also a floor here, and it's also somewhat of a floor here. Understand too, it's not gonna always hit it. Like, it's when you have a scenario like this, that's awesome, okay? That's not always a scenario. Sometimes you have a scenario that looks like this. Yep, when you have something like this is great because it's easy. You can tell, oh, okay, it hit the floor of the last support area or the last resistance area. All right, we got to push up. It's great, but sometimes it doesn't do that. Sometimes you have something like this. All right, so can the support become the resistance? Yeah, it can. You still need to be able to identify your support and your resistance separately, okay? Because that is going to be a crucial part of trading. Let's go ahead and clear this out. And let me show you an easy way to identify support and identify resistance. You're gonna want to zoom out, okay? Zoom out, and if you noticed that when you zoom out, you can find these areas very, very quickly, very easily. All right, and if you don't, just practice, okay? Practice. Give yourself time. All right. So here, I can see where the market is coming down. I see tap 1, tap 2. And I see a tap 3 area around here. So that I will give as my support. All right. So another area would be here. It's where the market came down to its lowest. And then I see a lot of movement or a lot of stop where the market stopped in that area. A lot of this is going to take training your eyes. It's going to take training your eyes, but understand that you are not the only ones that had issues with this. I had issues with this at first, and it's now you can see how quick I'm going to it. So it's just all a little practice, okay? So here is another area of support. All right, and as you can see, because I want to make this clear, and I want you to know exactly where to look. I want you to see it. So here you can see where the market came up, the market came down. Actually, there's an area right there, but that's okay. Came down, and then you can see where the market pushed back up again. Okay, then you can see where the market came down to hit this floor. You can see where it pushed up slightly here. It came back down to hit that floor again. And this is why I'm calling it support. You can see the ceiling here, and it came right back down to hit this floor. It's doing right through the other floor and hit this floor. We got to push up, and we got to push right back down. Okay, and it's hitting the floor. Understand it's stopping in this same area, hitting the floor. We got it to where it pushed up to the ceiling. It kind of got caught up in this floor just a little bit, and we got some consolidation going on here. We got to push up, push down, and now the market is getting ready to do another push up here. And then as you can see, it's going down to make another low. Okay, so that is how you can identify support, and I will show you resistance in just a minute here. Just make sure that you zoom out in the beginning so that you can really see where your support and where your resistance is. Do not beat yourself up if you cannot find this immediately. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. One thing I can say as well, it is a lot easier to find support on a sell because the market is dropping. Because the market is going down, it's a lot easier to find support than resistance because the market's overall momentum is down. All right, so it is a lot easier to find resistance on a buy because the market is going up. So you're seeing the ceilings a lot clearer than you see the support. So in the beginning, if you are just trying to find your support levels on your sells, I will not be upset about that. If you are only trying to find your buy level or your resistance levels, your ceilings on your buys, I will not be upset about that because understand that you're going to see more buys, resistance on buys than you would on sales. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to find all the resistance levels on the buy really quick. Okay, so, and this is just overall. Okay, this is just overall, but if you zoom in, you'll find a lot more supports and you'll find a lot more resistance. But this is just so we can see the overall for the daily. This is just so we can see the overall for the daily. So here, we've got here. Here. Yep. And then we have there. Okay, I'm thinking it's highlighted and it's not. Yep. And so I'm just looking at my buys, and again, we're going to do it again. I can see where the market came, hit the ceiling, went down, went back up to push up to the next ceiling, and then we have some hesitation here, and then a little bit more hesitation, and then you see the next push up to the ceiling, came back down to hit that last resistance area, and then came back up to the ceiling, okay? And then push up to the next ceiling, and then we have another push up to the next ceiling, okay? I didn't put my resistance line up there. So simple and easy. That's how you can find your resistance. Now, if I needed to find my resistance on a more frequent scale, like if I wanted to see more resistance, all I would need to do is just zoom in just a little bit more, okay? Just a little more. And when you do that, that's when you can find more on the daily. Okay? I mean, then you start to see quite a few of them. You start to see quite a few when you do that. You'll see them way more frequently. And again, that's just where the market is touching multiple times. So I'm done here. I hope you guys have an understanding of support and resistance, which you will have some homework on this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video.